Heal to feel. Let's start this journey together. Welcome to Dare to Heal, a breakthrough segment from Heal to Feel. This is where healing happens in real time. It's raw, powerful, and deeply authentic. Each guest steps into a vulnerable space alongside our panel of healers. Together, they explore the stories, insights, and emotions that shape us and dare to transform right before your eyes.
Today, Lamar Odom dares to heal.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Heal to Feel. Today, I'm joined by my lovely co-host, MJ, Mercedes Javid. But today's really special because we're launching a segment called Dare to Heal. And that's because I realize a lot of you guys loved the segments that we had with all the healers, but you loved watching celebrities go deeper. And so what I wanted to do now is start to combine celebrities who you love and have them be gracious enough to come and be open and vulnerable and combine them with a couple healers, depending who we choose, based on, the celebrities. So today we have two healers that are on our panel, which is the lovely Shinka. She's a life coach and one of the best mediums I've ever seen in my entire life. We all know, again, that I'm a psychic whore and that I go to everybody. And Shinka is where I stop for mediumship. She's unbelievable. And Joe and I, we have Joe Tabbanella, incredible clinical hypnotherapist. He does NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. He's a practitioner and a trainer. Did I miss anything?
You're good.
Okay.
Feedback.
He's unbelievable. We went to hypnotherapy school. I've seen him do unbelievable things. I send a lot of people to him when they ask for hypnotherapy. And our special
Hypnotherapy, so you put people to sleep and then ask them questions?
In a sense, but they put a certain part of the brain to sleep.
Oh.
The part of the brain that analyzes things goes to sleep. So you're still present. You're just absorbed and you're trusting your subconscious mind to help you, the higher self, if you will.
I get it.
So we have our special guest of honor, Lamar Odom.
Thanks
you guys
for
all
having
know
me.
who he is. I don't even think I need to tell you. He won a couple championships. But the main reason we want Lamar here is, yes, he's achieved great things in his career, but just going on a deep dive of you, because I didn't know a lot of your stories. This man has suffered an incredible amount of loss. He has had a near-death experience and has come out on the other side and has done a lot of healing, being able to come graciously back to reality and back from, these hardships. And today we kind of want to dig deeper, and this is going to happen organically. Spirit might be knocking on doors. Lamar has lost, the list goes on. You've lost your mom, your dad, your grandma, your cousin. Two of your best friends died within a couple weeks of each other. Your infant son who was 6 months old. The list doesn't end. And the fact
the scary part, I guess it won't end, right? A lot of people will probably, that are close to me, will continue to die or move on.
It's just, my question, my first question to you is, how are you still sitting here with all that loss? How do you compute that in your head? How do you go on?
Well, I think some things you just got to give to God. Like some things we're not going to have an answer for. A lot of it, hurts and it still hurts. But I think the best thing you can do is just to take care of yourself as much as possible.
How do you do that?
I stay away from drugs and surround myself with good company. Yeah.
And do you find that you have a new relationship with God and the spiritual world?
I must have to. I work on it every day. I think, every day I'm able to wake up, start a new relationship with God.
I love that. So day by day.
Yeah.
And, with grief, I know that it does come in waves. Do you find that it just hits you out of nowhere?
I think sometimes the grief turns into pleasure because the memory of the person that you're, thinking about or grieving about. I think memories, at the end of the day, like, they feel good to me.
Yeah, I love that. And when I looked at the date, it just so happens you're almost at 10 years of your near-death experience.
Yeah.
Does that I mean, how do you feel right now looking back? Is it more of a memory? Do you feel it in your body? I mean, that's gotta be
Well,
scary.
my body. I try not to really think about it, because it kind of makes me angry because I shouldn't have been in that situation. I was poisoned that night, and so I think that's where like the anger comes from, and so I try not to dwell on it. And I guess they missed.
Wasn't your turn. Do you remember, a lot of people that cross over and have those near-death experiences, a lot of them say, I had a choice whether to come back, or I saw my, relatives that were passed on. Do you remember any of that?
No, it was just all pitch black,
Wow.
honestly. And I don't know if that's what death is like, but I hope it's a little bit more than that when we move on.
I can definitely tell you it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It wasn't your time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry.
No,
didn't mean to
go.
interrupt,
This is where
but
the magic happens.
I'm just sad because you said a lot of things that I wish you hadn't, because I want to be pure. But now that she has said, I know that you've lost a lot of people. But outside, I was introducing myself to you. His father did come.
Mm-hmm.
His father did come, and he did tell me that there is a child that's lost, and his father, and with the help of his grandma, they're taking care of his child. He also told me that the child is a boy.
My grandmother and my child, they passed away on the same day, but years apart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, your grandma is the first one that took your child,
Mm-hmm.
but your father is also with your child. You'd said something that I like to emphasize a little bit about death experience. I want to tell you guys, I have been practicing for 36 years. I yet have a spirit tell me they're not happy there, they want to come back here.
Yeah.
And when it happens, when it is your time, they give you such a peace, because usually a loved one comes to embrace you and take you. Your father told me that it was his mother that did that for him, right? But with the anger that you're saying, that's something that your father, in your life, you need to find some forgiveness. But the first person you need to forgive is you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's directly coming from your father. As we were talking outside, he's again telling me to bring this to you. I don't know if as a father he really was the kind of father you would deserve to have, because he makes me feel he made a lot of mistakes. And I think the tears he was giving me, the emotions he was giving me, is because he feels he failed you. And I believe his main reason for coming through and pushing me to come to you immediately is to let you know how proud he is of you, because you did something that he didn't get to do, and that's to find God.
Mm.
And I'm a true believer that God is within all of us, and you can believe whatever you believe in. There is a higher power, whatever you want to name it. But to me, God equals hope. If we don't have hope, what do we have to strive forward to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really do think, MJ, you said today is a new beginning. I truly believe people meet each other for a reason. And even if it's not bad, but not a good energy in your life,
Mm-hmm.
they came to teach you something. And you are truly going through learning who you are. And every day, I hope you find a piece of you that will make you proud of yourself. Because the number one person you need to heal and forgive is yourself. But your father is asking for forgiveness. I feel, if I'm wrong, you correct me, there is a part of you that has forgiven him, but I feel his spirit needs to really feel that from you. And a woman just walked in.
She know me?
I think she's your mother.
Oh, wow.
Can you give me your mom's name 3 times?
Want me to say it 3 times?
Her name 3 times.
Kathy, Kathy, Kathy.
It's your mom. Sorry.
She's getting emotional.
Did your mom have some kind of heart issue?
She had cancer.
Because she keeps talking about here.
Well, she passed away from, what's it? Colon cancer.
I don't know why she's acknowledging something here. I'm going to ask her to please help me clarify that. Was your mom and dad separated? One thing sorry, she's very emotional. One thing she wants you to know is that she never saw you as your dad. That she believes you have a big heart and you gotta stop pushing people that love you away. And she says you do that because you don't think you're worthy, but you are her son and you are worthy. She's very happy, by the way, for the connection. I don't think she's connected with you before, but she says she's visited you and sometimes in your dreams. Have you seen her in your dreams? She says that's the way that she comes to you. She's very proud of you. You did something that she didn't think you... Were you in drugs? You have to apologize. I don't know much.
No problem.
It's not that, like, I know you're famous. I don't follow, but I just
No
don't know
problem.
much. But she says the day that you made that decision was her happiest day. Is there a sibling that's lost?
That's lost?
Is there a sibling that died? I can't understand if it's hers or your sibling.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, did she lose a brother or sister, or did you lose a brother or sister?
I don't have any brothers or sisters.
Okay, then it's got to be her. Did she lose a sister?
Yeah.
Okay, then she's acknowledging her sister that they're together.
All of her sisters and brothers have passed away, well, except for one.
Well, no, this sister seems to be very close to her.
Okay.
And she's very happy for being with her. I don't feel she was close to her whole family, but she just wants to say how happy she is because she's with her sister. Okay? Your dad came again and he just... The way the dad came to me, he was dancing and he was making me dance to show him. And I didn't want to do it here to embarrass myself, but I did it over there. And he told me his dad loves dance, but your dad is actually happy because your mom is here. I can't say they're together on the other side, but they are together right now.
Yeah.
And again, he did that Fred Astaire kind of dance. I truly think your whole family is here because they're proud of you. And you need to acknowledge, don't dwell on all the things you've done wrong. Acknowledge on what you have accomplished, because you happen to forget that and just stay more on the negative. They're saying, look at what you've accomplished. Do you have any questions for them?
Are they happy or What do they do every day?
What do you eat over there?
I have to tell you, your dad had a little struggle to get to the light, but he is in the light. I don't know his journey, but it's like they go through learning about themselves. Your mom is not like that. Your mom is in the light,
Yeah.
and she is with her loved ones. She specifically speaks of 3 loved ones that are with her.
Wow.
I have something to say to you. Is it okay if I say something to you? Okay. I don't know if it's intuition or pattern recognition. It could just be from years of doing this. But as soon as I met you, as
You
quiet
saw my
as
halo?
no, well, no, I felt your heart,
Okay.
and I almost got jealous, and I'll tell you why. Because the mammal, the adaptation from the lizard brain to the mammal, two adaptations. One is play. That's why we like to play to learn, right? Sword fighting. And the other is connection. The greater the connection, the greater the grief. And your ability, your grief represents how much you're able to connect, how much you're able to love, how important it is to you. That's how much grief. The reason I'm jealous is I don't think I've ever had that grief the way I can feel in you from my sister, my father, my mother, my best friends. I don't think I've had this kind of grief, which speaks to your heart, my man. And that's important for you to know, because we all have in the hierarchy of values, we all have purpose.
Yeah.
Right? We have spirit and then purpose. And your purpose somewhere is about being able to show people how to love, like how to connect. And this is why I felt this guarded self, because you feel so deeply that you're not going to love someone unless you know you're going to jump off a bridge for them. You're the guy I would want as my friend in Brooklyn growing up in a nightclub, right? So it's very important for you to recognize that and acknowledge that, because it's a very valuable thing for you to be able to love the way you do. And they can measure it, and that's what you can feel about you. They've measured heart rate variability. You can measure electromagnetic fields 10 feet or 9 feet beyond the body with the very sensitive instruments when you're in a certain pattern in your heart, a certain coherent pattern. And that's what I'm seeing in you, which is really,
That's crazy.
it's beautiful. And you can connect to them, and you can let that love in, which means that when you do it, I've done this in hypnosis where you actually go meet them and they give you a gift and you fall apart. You fall apart because the love is stronger than the grief, and it starts to transmute that stuff. But when you do something like that, you got to be ready to fall apart and trust the person you're falling apart with, because that love is, you know how it is when you're grieving, you don't know if it's love or grief. It becomes the same thing, you know.
Lamar, I read that your mom said, I think it was close to her death, you're a 12-year-old boy, but did she say to you, be nice to everybody?
Yeah, I remember that. I think that's just something that how she was born and raised, something my grandmother probably instilled in her.
Yeah. Do you feel like you kind of lived that out? Do you think that worked for you at times or not worked for you? Because sometimes you shouldn't be nice, right?
Nah, yeah, sometimes you got to be a little,
right.
mean, and I think it's been, taken advantage of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one because
You just got to eat it, I guess.
Yeah. But there's also a difference between being kind and being nice.
Well, but then that comes a lot with Tommy has told me that you always had to kind of like weed out the people that were around you.
Yeah, but it started, too early. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody shouldn't have to go through that at 14 or 15 years old, I don't think.
And Joe, I mean, you've worked in rehabs with hypnotherapy. As far as addiction, and you can speak to this, Lamar, like, how did you get out of that addiction cycle? Did you make a decision? I mean, what was it?
Yeah, took, certain steps to do it. Plant medicine.
Which
one?
Ibogaine. See, it's illegal here to take in the States.
You do in Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico. And it's a African plant medicine that they used to take to connect with their ancestors that are no longer here. But with scientific use, they found out that it helps cure addiction, PTSD, and anxiety.
Was it a painful experience?
Oh.
You went through? Yeah.
I did a lot of drugs in my life, but when I was going under the influence and I was taking it, I wish it would like shut off.
You got to face it.
You got to face that demon. It's strong, but it was worth it. I haven't really got high since.
So it was after that you felt like you didn't have any cravings after that?
Nah, yeah, I think it.
What was the biggest
Shut
thing
it
you
down.
learned in that experience?
Well, I got to see my son again
Oh.
for a little bit, and I got to constantly hear my mother's voice and my grandmother's voice. So I think I learned, my lesson. That shit was strong.
Did they say anything to you that's
Yeah, they would. I mean, they would just like, I guess, like talking amongst each other. I couldn't really hear. It was like rambling, but I knew it was their voice. You know what I mean?
How long did it last?
Oof, probably like an hour. Hour and a half. That was like
The longest hour
And I kept
of your life.
seeing things I can't explain. Yeah, it was dope.
What do you mean by that?
It was just like faces and different, I don't know, forms of.
Is his, like, Shinka, is his spirit leaving his body? I mean, is his soul kind of traveling in that moment?
It was just. It was really intense.
I'm not familiar with what he took to get there, but his mom is just talking to me nonstop about that. I think your mom is very happy that you've gone through it. I'm not sure if she's so happy about the actual thing you took.
Yeah.
But she's telling me it's the love that they have for you.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the hardships that you've taken, I don't think you doubt that you were loved.
Oh, no.
And that is, she believes, what really has helped you to help yourself to come out of where you were. But while you were talking, I'm sorry, I'm really feeling your son with me. You remember how I said that you need to forgive yourself?
Mm-hmm.
There is something around your son that you need to forgive yourself for. And he makes me feel, and he wants me to tell you, that he holds no ill feeling towards you. He just wished he had you more. That's the only thing that he wants you to know. And he wants you to be happy. Again, I only repeat because I can only repeat what they say.
Yeah.
You're scared of really loving someone because you're scared of losing them, and because you're scared you'll do something to lose them. And that's not it. I loved what he said about you have a big heart, because I do believe you have a big heart. And I think very young you got thrown into a situation that betrayal isn't the right word, but in a way, people that should protect you didn't protect you. So it feels like a certain kind of betrayal. And I do feel, as much as it's beautiful that you have achieved so much in the sports world, but I also feel you got lost in that. To constantly stay on top became something overwhelming for you. And I know it might sound horrible, but are you not playing right now?
No, I'm retired.
I'm sorry.
No, it's better than
That's
you don't
all right.
know.
I'm so sorry. It's just I'm not into sports. That's it. In high school they would never want me on their team. They would say, you come to my team. You come. Never. I was the last one. I'm telling you. So that's what happened. Sorry, I just want to tell you that one of the best things that happened to you, your mom says is that you're retired.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think this is the end. I still see something happening for you that it's related to sports, but you're going to be in a different, like you're not going to be there. You might be sitting here. I don't know how to explain it, but you're never going to be out of sports, but in a different, what is the word?
Field position.
Position, field. Yeah, you could say that. And your son says you have other children.
Yeah.
Says through them I live too. So embrace the time with your son, the children you have, and they love you. Don't doubt that.
Yeah.
My question was like, there's someone like his mom who protected him or could have been his protector, or like Kobe was known to like be someone that could protect you, and those people that if they were here, they would be here to protect him, and how that must feel that those people have passed. Because again, like, I think that if certain people didn't pass like Kobe did in such a bad way, that it also changes the trajectory of us that are here. Like me with my father, I feel that way about Lamar with, you know, people that passed and kind of left him, abandoned him. That's my feeling. That's my question. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel abandonment with your dad?
Well, I would definitely feel protected if he was here. And when I think about him, I think that people that were supposed to protect him left.
Well, I gotta tell you, we're gonna die too.
Are we?
And the reason I'm telling you this is we all have a purpose in life. And everyone we meet, everyone that crosses our path, there is a purpose for that, even if it's for 2 years, 10 years, a day. They all have their journey. And by going through their journey, it doesn't mean they have failed the ones that are staying behind. It's that's their journey. I believe they're never gone. For example, the same way your dad comes to me and I text you and I say, hey, what's up? So he's showing you I'm not gone.
That's true.
Physically, maybe. So now you have, as the ones that stay behind, we have a choice. We can look at it as abandonment, or you can look at it as the most beautiful relationship that you have today, because I promise you, when they're alive, it's not as pure as it is today. For example, experiencing your father. They don't talk to me exactly the way I talk to you. It's symbolic, or my mind is just their mind. Your father, even though he came and did the beautiful dance moves, but his head is down. He doesn't look up at you. That's the symbol of how he feels. He's feeling guilty towards you. He knows the paths he's taken. And if I'm wrong, God, forgive me, you forgive me. But he makes me feel that he couldn't have been a much better father, and definitely a husband, because he's hurt your mom in many, many ways, right? And the only thing I think your mom would love is if you pick the good things from your mom, pick the good things from your dad, and not follow the wrong way, wrong paths.
And also when they've crossed over, they kind of get to see things from what I've read, like in a godlike perspective, right? They do this, like,
Exactly.
you almost watch the whole movie of your life, they say. I've done lots of like reading of these books, but they say you do a life review, right? So imagine you're watching your whole life on a screen, except you feel what it feels like to be in the other person's body that you hurt. So they really get to experience the pain. Oh my God, I caused this and this. So it's almost like when they come through on the other side, that's why I love mediums, because people really get that healing, because a lot of things were left unsaid, or people didn't act the way they should have. And, people carry that for the rest of their lives, thinking, what if, or did I, or didn't I? And when they come through a medium and can give you that closure, it's not going to bring them back. It's not going to take the pain away of having them here physically. But what I love is they'll come from like an angelic point of view and be like, oh my God, like, I am so sorry. And sometimes hearing that alone can release a lot to be able to go on and live, right?
I have video evidence. I'm very skeptical coming from New York. I believe in everything. Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
And I believe in everything, but I believe in nothing at the same time. And so I've had my experiences. I watched the International Association of Near-Death Studies. It's comprised of scientists, atheists that have left and came back, and they're like, no, this is real. And they use science to prove what they experienced was real. But I have someone I know, her father passed away, and I think they were in Arizona, and she said, I want a sign, Dad. I want a sign. So favorite bird flies and lands on the cross. She goes, and then thunder happens with no lightning. She says, no, I'm sorry, that's not a sign. Right. She goes, I want a sign that's so real, I don't care if it scares the shit out of me. And I saw the video. Mm-hmm. So she's sleeping. She gets something, wakes her up, and it says start recording. It was like 15 years ago. So it was on one of the older phones. And it was as clear as day. You know those sparklers at 4th of July, right? Right in the middle of the room, like Tinkerbell. It was as clear as day, this spinning around. Looked like it was writing cursive. So I'm trying to figure out, is it, maybe AI will figure out what it was writing. And it just kept going. It was there for a minute. And then she shut off the phone as it dimmed. And she said that wasn't the end of it. As soon as she shut off the phone, it became the size of a basketball. Wow. And then lit up. And that was the one that made me go, okay, okay, there's an intermediary between this and that world. And we just have to learn to cross that barrier, That was the one that did it for me.
I recently lost my uncle, and he came to me just like a few days before he was going to get buried. He came in a beautiful white suit. He loved to dress up like your dad. And he came and he said that he was in a party and he was really happy. And he made me feel that he likes to be buried in that suit that he had. So right away, I call my cousin, and I tell her, your dad came to me. He wants to be buried in the white suit. So she starts crying because she
already got him a white suit.
She got the white suit he had, and she said great. To me, like, she was thinking he used to love this. Should he be this? And not only that, he told me the exact tie he wanted. Mm-hmm. She had chosen another tie, and he told me he liked the red tie. So and it's incredible how they really don't leave us. I'm a hypocrite. I always tell you guys, I lost my mom 4 years ago, and for the first 3 years, I was lost. Even though I help everyone, I
couldn't help yourself.
Teach, but I couldn't function. I really couldn't function till I finally and I was upset that I help everyone. I see the spirits for everyone, and I can't see my mom. And I kind of was angry at her. I thought, hey, what's up? Aren't you coming to see me? The minute I allowed her to go, she came with the same house dress she always wore on top of the stairs looking at me with my dog. They were connected like this. And I realized that I preach this, but I never really noticed. When you let them go, that's when they get powerful enough to be able to come and help you here.
That's what they say. They all say, I can do so much more over here than I can do for you here, because there's no time and space. And I think it's really learning. Again, we've all had losses. My brother-in-law was out of nowhere also 5 years ago, but I've just learned, and it was shocking, but I've learned to have a different relationship with him, and he'll show me signs, and I'm like, oh, there he is. Like, I feel him all the time. It's really just okay, they're not in their body. I don't get to hug them. I don't get to touch them, but I can feel them and I can summon them whenever I want. Like they're everywhere.
So you've learned how to communicate with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he'll show me his birthday, which is 316. Every time we go with my son, because he was obsessed with my son, to a sports game,
Yeah.
a car will drive in front of me and it'll end in
316.
316. And I'm like, hey, Brad, you know,
Yeah.
and they want you to acknowledge, like, because it's hard for them. Then imagine how frustrated they are when you don't see the signs. Like,
Also, my worst nightmare, I can't imagine, like I have 2 kids and I can't imagine like having a fight with them or not even having a fight with them and passing away and knowing that they're miserable their whole life.
Yeah.
It would be torture. If that's hell, that would be hell to know that they're either hurting themselves or angry with themselves or just missing me to the point where they're not living a fulfilled life and living their purpose.
yeah.
Like that would drive me crazy, I would think, if I was on the other side of that veil.
That's what, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the medium, but the books I've read, they just said they get frustrated because they're like, I'm so happy, I'm fine, I'm having the best time, I have the most unconditional love. Like, go live your life. Even people that have lost a spouse, like they actually guide you to another love because there is no like, it's different over there. There's no jealousy, there's no greed. It's just like we're all like loving souls. They want you to live out your life to the best. Don't sit there crying.
The
and grieving.
energies, the spirits, however we want to call it, the ones that I haven't gone to the light to complete that process, the earthbound ones,
Yeah.
they're the only ones I've experienced that still hold on to the human.
Is that because the
Thanks.
person's holding on to them?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like I had a brother and sister twins that the sister was holding on to his ashes and would her grieving wouldn't stop, especially the connection being twins was very strong. And he came to tell her, set me free. He wanted the ashes to be freed because he couldn't progress. He couldn't go to the next level.
Yeah.
But it's all we all have our. I completely understand the fact that it's not easy to let go. It's so much easier for me to come say for you to let go. By the way, your mom has been standing behind you the whole time. I just want to tell you, your mom is.
Stop it. I'm not eating your lasagna. I stopped eating carbs for 2 days. Stop it.
Whose mom?
His mom, Joe's mom. Yeah, and she loves listening to him. Like she keeps nodding when he talks. Like she's so proud of. She really is proud of you.
She
Very
never
party
got
here
it.
today.
She never got it. I was on a TV series. I was an actor in my 30s and 20s. And I was on a TV series and I call her and I say, Ma, I'm on a series. She goes, oh, I only hope. I go, no, I'm on this series. I'm actually here. I'm like, it's a nighttime soap opera, but I'm the star of it. Yeah. Oh, I only wish and pray. Like, Ma, I'm actually doing it. Oh, I hope I'm going to say a prayer for you. I'm like, all right.
Well, she gets it now. Let me tell you, she gets it. Do you have a daughter?
No.
You didn't lose a child?
No. 2 boys.
2 boys? Because she's indicating of a daughter she's holding, which I'm not sure what that means. Oh, her daughter. Did she lose a daughter?
My twin sister, yeah.
They're together.
Yeah.
I want you to know, she wants you to know that they're together.
Can I ask you a question? When did you decide, like what was the moment you decided that you wanted to be sober? What was that moment? Do you remember it? It was just something that happened to you?
Yeah,
Was it
like-
after what happened to you in Vegas?
Yeah. Sometime after that. I don't know.
You're just done.
You lose so much when you get high. And that's why when she was saying that my father can't look at me, I know that's probably what it is. Because that's why my mother left him. Because he made the decision of, drugs over us, I guess.
Wow.
But the hurt, like hurting my family, hurting my kids and shit like that. I was over that.
You know, when I keep hearing about you having you almost died, right? Was someone involved with that?
I think I was poisoned.
Because your mom is telling me that there are two people around you. There are two people involved in that. I don't think I don't know I think you're right. Someone tried to hurt you.
Wow. What was their intention behind? Like, why?
Do you know why? Going against the grain or
I
something?
don't know.
Not,
That was like a mob hit.
it was a mob.
I don't know. That's just how I look at it. It's crazy.
Let's ask Mom.
From the people that were around you, is there a particular person that might wear a lot of chains on the neck? She's acknowledging someone with a lot of jewelry.
Have they passed on, or are they?
No, they're alive. The mom is telling me that someone was hurting her son, and I tell you, your mom, I think, is a direct reason you didn't die.
Wow.
Thank you, Mommy.
Is there anyone you can think of?
I don't think it's one. I believe there are two. But I think you have angered a few people.
I've angered a few people.
Yeah. But the only thing that's really, because the jewelry is like a shine in my eye, like wears a lot of chains or something.
Is it a guy or a girl?
Guy. Two guys.
Huh.
They're not dead. But the good thing is, I also don't feel they're around you right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel them around you,
Yeah.
but your mom wants you to know, to not doubt that someone tried to hurt you.
What got you to the point where you thought, because you knew you didn't, you said you didn't
I
take.
didn't have drugs to take where I was at, and I was pissed off about that.
Yeah. Well, there's the truth. I mean, that's most honest. But so you had some, did you have some drinks?
Yeah, I sat down to have a drink, and then I woke up 3 days later.
That's crazy.
And they said I had 12 strokes, 6 heart attacks.
Wow.
So it was some good shit, whatever they gave me.
12.
I'm not a drug dealer, but
She actually shows me something powdery in the drink. But you had more than one drink.
I can't remember. Yeah, it was
had-
15 years ago.
No, but she's literally telling me that it was a combination of something bad,
Yeah.
but you also were doing excessive.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just,
But he wasn't aware of the powder that they put in the drink.
oh my gosh, now I understand. Do you know that she was trying, your mom came to talk about specifically this.
Mhm.
Remember I kept saying this?
The heart, yeah.
It was you, not her.
Mm-hmm.
She wants you to know that she held your hand and saved you.
Wow.
And it wasn't your time. I don't know why she says a part of you, you wish that you would have died. And she wants you to know that's the last thing God would have wanted. Because it wasn't your time. And you have 2 beautiful kids that need you. And you need to be strong for them. And you taking the path to this healing is the number one way that they're going to be proud of their dad.
Oh, I love that.
By the way, before I forget, because I have no memory, Friday, this coming Friday, please light candles, white candles, for all the energies, spirits that came for you. And you thank him for coming, and you always want to send them back to God's light.
This Friday?
This Friday.
Why this Friday?
It's the first Friday after you engage with the spirit.
Oh, wow.
And I've been taught that on Fridays, door to heavens are open, like door to heaven is
Shabbat
open.
Shalom. Lamar, you also wrote a memoir, From Darkness to Light, in 2019, right? You wrote that book?
Yeah.
Was that therapeutic? What was the purpose?
It was therapeutic. It helped a lot of people get out of their dark hole. And I think that was the biggest benefit for me, from, to be able to help people that can't help themselves.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that are addicted to drugs, they don't know that they suffer from, brain disease.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can help people that, can't help themselves, I think that's probably part of my purpose.
Yeah, I was gonna. You just read my mind. I was gonna ask you, what do you think your purpose
I was
is?
going to ask that.
Yeah, I think
next,
to
too.
help people that can't help themselves. Right?
Yeah, people will listen to you.
A spiritual philanthropist.
Yeah. And you have an authenticity in you that makes it seem like you want to listen to you.
Yeah.
And you also have credibility. I mean, everything you've gone through. You're
Yeah,
not just preaching it.
I lived it. I have.
Those are my heroes. I
Yeah.
work at a rehab,
Yeah.
and those are my heroes.
Where rehab do you work?
Milestones Ranch,
Milestones
Malibu. It's in Malibu.
And is part of the
But,
healing process to kind of be of service? Is that why they become, what do you call them?
Well, the main thing is
Sponsors.
kind of what you went through. It's integrating and releasing deep emotional wounds, limiting beliefs, and then connecting and to your purpose as well. And it's really a social disease. It's not having the connections in life that you really need and the purpose in life. So it's like a spiritual disease to some extent. Sometimes it's just an addiction, and sometimes it's an emotional coping. Yeah. And what sounds like with you is a spiritual coping for your from what you said.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and also a lot of people that have addiction problems, they're the kindest, biggest hearts,
favorite people.
biggest empaths. Like they're just
favorite
too
people.
sensitive. Like it's just a heightened sensitivity, and it's so painful that they have to numb it down. I mean, you said when I was reading when you were 12, when your mom passed, you would just play basketball all day and not come to, you're not
Yeah.
having drugs at 12, but like basketball essentially became your outlet, right?
Yeah, it did.
Anything we can do not to feel, and that's what our society a lot of the time teaches, right? Just go on, like get up, go on. But if we just sit with those feelings, and I remember Joe, you went through that. Joe sat with these feelings where he said he cried out
man, I
like
was-
20 lifetimes.
Yeah, I shook on the ground like my own Abigail thing, well, with like surrender for 8 hours until it was gone. And when it was gone, a string of pearls got pulled out of my throat. Like I could actually see it, and the words "I'm a piece of shit" came flying out, and it was done. Like my terror, my anger, my rage was gone. And
But we're all so afraid to be in that, even if it's for an hour, just to feel that pain is just, we'll do anything to escape that pain. So today, Lamar, as far as your purpose, to help other people and do that, is there anything that you're actively doing right now that's following your purpose? And what does your life look like today, how you're living it?
Well, I pray as much as possible. I meditate, even if it's, to myself. I'm trying to come out with a non-alcoholic spiritual brand to help my alcoholic brothers who can't seem to put it down. And I'm really looking forward to that.
I love that you said spiritual brand, because you know how they call it like spirits, and they say like alcohol's almost demonic, it attracts that low vibrational or like spiritual. I love that.
So this is, I guess, alcohol to help you keep your spirit.
Wow.
Yeah. Beautiful. I
I
was
love
just
that.
thinking that because the world is changing. Kids today are not drinking as much as they used
No,
to.
it's very
And they
different.
need something to go to the bar and hang out and connect to with some kind of really
Well, we
great,
just had Carl from Summer House on the show, and he opened up a non-alcoholic because he became sober too. Alcohol and cocaine ruined his life.
Yeah.
He started over. His brother died from overdose, and he started over, and he opened something called the Soft Bar in Brooklyn, which we need to go.
Yeah.
But he created like a cool bar vibe, but it's non-alcoholic because
Make sure you plug me with them so I can
I will. We'll
sit on my
connect
pack.
you
We can do
guys.
some business.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the people that don't live through their addiction, like Jamie, that you and Tommy both lost?
Which, by the way, Jamie came. She came through last time.
Oh,
He
yeah?
came through with Tommy.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Did he?
And he said your name.
He want to hang out, Jamie?
Yeah, she's
You want
coming.
to hang out or what,
actually-
Jamie?
Yeah,
He just came.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wait,
like
he's
when
coming. He's coming. Look at what happened.
That's my brother.
When they he's when my I get these goosebumps. It's not really goosebump, it's him. He's in the room, and I don't know why he's laughing.
Sausalito, bro.
He says he's very proud of you. He says that he's being honest. There was a time that he was really scared that you would be the one that would be gone, not him. But he loves you a lot. And he's very proud of you. But he says he misses those days that you were all together. He's throwing it at me. He goes, no, I don't want to come back. I like it here. As I said, but, I'm sure you meet a lot of your friends that have seen you and see that you've gone through this and you overcome such hardships. They can't tell you, but I promise you, the ones that are gone are all cheering for you. He's definitely, he says he was very lonely, and he's acknowledging
Tommy?
and is acknowledging you that you were his family, and that he says, I'm doing good. By any chance, were you guys on a boat or something together? Because
We wasn't on that type of ride, but if you want to call it that type of ride, I guess.
no, he's like he's acknowledging a memory of some sort. He says the only things that I miss are only my time with you guys. He didn't have family.
He
His
just had a
mom?
mother, that's it.
Yeah, his mom.
Yeah, he's I'm also psychic, but my psychicness comes through the help of the Spirit. And he tells me that I see you literally having a place with young kids in their teens, that he showed me you sitting. And I don't know if you're going to write another book, because I see you signing a book. You might end up writing another book. And he literally says, bro, dedicate it to me.
That's something he would say too.
That's funny. But I feel the younger, he says, get to them when they're young. I feel like it's more like a place before I think he means, if I'm wrong, correct me, but before they fall into doing wrong, catch him before that.
Oh, like go speak to, instead of speaking to adults, speak to them young.
He's showing me
Catch them before they become in the drug lane.
He's showing
Protect them before they have that.
She's getting chills.
No, he's confirming. He's happy that his message is coming. This is him. Sorry, now he's all emotional. He says, I love you, man.
Oh.
And he sees this for you. Another candle.
Another candle?
Add it.
Are you in the program? Like the 12-step program?
NA?
All that other stuff? No, it's just doing your own way. Yeah.
Just
Do
being
you have
God.
you have really good friends around you? Like
Yeah.
really solid people around you?
How old are your kids now?
27 and 23. Yeah, they grown ups. They still kids though, but
They don't have kids, right?
no.
Yet? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we found his new other side purpose. I mean, that's not a bad avenue to think about. Go for them when they're young, because literally you'll have an adult sitting in the
No,
chair.
but I know. I think that's kind of like a coaching thing. Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you still speak to them when you coach them, you know?
I mean, I know the game in and out. Probably have the mind of a basketball genius, but
Well,
He's
you
using-
said he wasn't
Were
done.
you-
You said he wasn't done in
Mhm.
some
In
sort
sports,
of sport.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what I know. That's what I'm trying to put it together like that.
Oh.
Because if you're looking at the kids that are the shining stars in 8th grade or high school, and then you,
They need development in every which way, spiritual, and skill development.
right, so then you seek out who you want to take on, and then those people get to have you coach them as they make their way to trying out.
Can influence a lot of these kids.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Phil
you can change
Jackson really
people's lives.
spiritual? Was
Yeah, we used to meditate as a team.
Yeah.
So, meditation probably was like a form of prayer. And so if you got a team with, talented individuals and they're praying together, it probably make them a stronger force, right? Same with the
colleague-
Chicago Bulls. And
Oh yeah.
they were really strong mentally, really on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll see in a game, you'll see one player's off, and then it can sometimes bleed to the whole team.
I have a colleague of mine who hypnotized the high school basketball team last place, and they hypnotized them to be one cohesive unit, and they went to first place for the first time in like 10 years.
Yeah.
In one season.
Yeah, we used to learn sports hypnotherapy. I mean, it really works because the mind doesn't know the difference.
Can you please hypnotize me to lose weight?
Can you actually do that? Make people
Yeah, he
not
works
want
Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
Wow.
someone's got to be really committed. There are 7 layers of problems, and you got to find out where the layer is. Sometimes it's this environment, like I need a better environment. I can't be around drugs, for example, or I need a better workspace, right? And then above that, there's behavior. Like, do I put things back the way they should? How am I eating? What am I doing? Whatever the behavior is. Above that, it's skill. Sometimes it's not that problem. It's skill. I need to be a better public speaker and take class and get better at it, right? Above that is skill is a belief systems. Like, oh, I can't do it, or I don't have willpower, and above that is identity, which is the big one, which is like a belief system, but identity is conflict with our goals oftentimes. For example, if I'm a clumsy one, I really shouldn't be a basketball player or shouldn't be someone who wants to be a gymnast. I have to make sure I clean that up. If I love carbs, right, but I'm trying to lose weight, or if I don't have any willpower, and I'm trying to lose weight, then that identity will be in conflict with your goals. And then above that is purpose, right? And above that is spirit. Spirit is your connection to something bigger that can drive the purpose, that drives the identity, that drives the belief. So it's a hierarchy of antecedents. You get to the top and it starts to filter. But you did the fast version in an hour of processing all those emotions.
I would never be able to do that.
you
I
went
would
to
not
hell.
have the courage to
You
take
got
that.
to do it slowly.
No,
You
I
do
was
it
just
the same thing
hoping a
in slow
magic
way.
would happen and he would make me fall asleep.
Joe's kind of a magician.
Well, it doesn't
It
somebody
could.
have all of those, right?
Yes.
They have all 8 of those.
Yeah, it's like addiction. Sometimes it's just
Of course it
environment.
is.
Sometimes it's just behavior. Sometimes it's, but yeah, if you have all of that, if you're at the top, then you got to go right to the top, right to the core of why you do what you do. And everything is to avoid pain, seek pleasure. And the addiction cycle is to seek pleasure to avoid pain. That's when it's most painful in operant conditioning. It's like you feel like you're going to die if you don't do the thing. If you don't have the sex or buy that thing or do that drug
Just
or
filling a void.
work harder, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Gosh, I wish I was addicted to sex, not food.
I think I was
What was that?
seeking pleasure to enjoy pleasure.
Yeah,
It was
but
like that's where I was at.
you think that's what's happening. That's where
Yeah.
the brain fools you. Think about it.
What-
You're on your way to a drug dealer's house, right?
Mhm.
How do you feel? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, start
The
getting.
lights are all off now.
Oh, my stomach is gonna drop.
There it is. So
Right.
you're not aware, just like hunger, you're not aware you're in pain until the food's not there.
Yeah.
And so the dopamine that rises rewards you for searching for something that's going to get rid of the pain. You just don't know it until the deer is gone. And now you realize how hungry you are, or the drug dealer's not there, or the liquor store is closed. And that's the pain that you were processing that when you're in Mexico.
Yeah.
That kind of like unresolved pain.
Lamar,
It's
one day,
anticipation.
What's that?
It's anticipation
Yeah.
Yes, it's dopaminergic.
because I'm about to, And it's all the feelings are right there and what I'm about to, because I'm
Yes.
already feeling the high because I know I'm on my way.
Exactly. It's like Muhammad Ali said, the greatest thing in life is not sex, it's the anticipation of sex. It's the excitement. The dopamine is much more powerful than the low reward chemistry like oxytocin and serotonin and endogenous endorphins. That's what happens once you get the pleasure. But it's more of a survival mechanism. If you're hungry, you're looking for a deer, right? Or blueberries. And you get really excited when you see that deer. But if that deer disappears, you're in pain.
How do you come to terms with the fact that what you're seeking out is going to be a cheap high that's going to just last, and then you want to stop that cycle? How do you fix that?
I'm sure Lamar can
Ask
answer that
him.
question.
Okay.
Well, for me, it just comes down to risk and reward. Your reward is 15, minute high, 10-minute high, and then your risk is family, finance, your life.
It's when those values, and that's what I mean about you before, right?
Yeah.
Those values, when they become stronger than the pain, you don't care. It's like I'll talk to someone who's trying to give up cigarettes, for example, and I'll say, it's really hard to give cigarettes. Okay, your dog is right here. You're craving a cigarette. Go ahead.
Wow.
And they'll
Then
look
you're
at
like,
me and
I
go,
don't want
wow,
it.
okay, is that easy? They didn't bring that value into the discomfort.
I see.
That value is higher than the discomfort. It's what makes a person take a hill and a Marine take a hill, and give their life, because their highest value is whatever their country or whatever their values are.
That's
in this
it?
case,
That's how easy it is?
Yeah. In this case, what saved your life is your love for family and your sense of connection, which is like I said, makes me think about my own life. So you inspired me just meeting you, because I think, I lost my twin sister, my parents, my best friend, and I don't know if I've grieved as hard as I can feel you grieved.
Yeah.
Which
that's
means
the
that
way
you
you
can
protected
connect.
yourself.
Yeah, I protect myself from.
So every time that I want to do something that's not good for me, then I just have to say, because I do have a dog and I do smoke cigarettes, as a matter of fact.
Well,
And yeah.
We all have
here's a way
vices.
to do that.
Yeah. And every night I look forward, and this is a little bit of a guilty thing.
For your one cigarette every night?
Every night I look forward to my kid's bedtime, because I know I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to light my Capri. And I named cigarettes a different name. I name it Capri because cigarettes are dirty. So I rebranded, and it's Capri because it's cute. It's like in Italy. It's an island. People save all their lives to go there. So I'm like, and then I'm like, bitch, at the end of the day, will you want to die soon for your one kid that you have who needs you and So
Yeah.
what do? You
There's
just
a
think
couple
of your
things you
dog?
can do. One thing you could do to create the value system, like you were just saying, is actually see on the cigarette, this is the one that gives you cancer, right? That would be more an aversion, right? But what you can do to reward yourself is every time you go to smoke, you can do a reward system that's saying, like, let's see if I can go 5 more minutes, and you self-regulate for 5 minutes, and then you smoke. Next time, 10 minutes. So you're getting a reward for being uncomfortable rather than getting a reward by releasing the discomfort. And because you're a toughie, right? So you like to challenge yourself. That would be a fun challenge for you. Just go 1 minute. Say, I want a cigarette now. I'm still going to have it. I'm just going to go 1 minute.
And then I'm going to just wait a minute. I'm going to still have it.
Yeah, and then
But
the
he's
next
saying
time
slowly
it's 2
increase
minutes
it.
and 3 minutes, because what you're doing is learning to be comfortably uncomfortable. The whole core of all addiction is the inability to be comfortably uncomfortable until the system drops, right? Like what Lamar did was it doesn't get any worse than that as far as getting uncomfortable and facing your demons. But if you can do it slowly, there's another way of doing it.
Your body's going to tell you eventually that you're going to be okay without it?
Yeah, eventually, because if you go 3 hours and you're getting reward, I went 3 hours, you start getting dopamine hits to not smoke rather than getting dopamine hits because you smoke. And you start getting more comfortable with the reward, the discomfort of waiting. There are many ways to
What
do
about
it.
like, okay, last night I didn't smoke. Good for me.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
tonight I am.
Okay. So when you're about to tonight, do the same thing. I mean, there's many ways. You could do a 3-hour session of hypnosis with smoking, but you got to be wanting to stop.
What I wanted to ask Lamar, this final question, is when you're gone one day, What do you want to be remembered for?
Wow, good question.
Yeah. Like what's your soul legacy?
An honest giver.
Ooh, I love that.
Because, when you're addicted to drugs, you tend to lie a lot. And so, hopefully, the way I'm living now and, years to come, I can help erase that thought of that person and how he was living every day.
I love that. That's why you came back. That's why you came
I
back.
have to tell you something. From all my heart and soul, if you don't take anything from me today, please take this. God has forgiven you. Now it's time for you to forgive yourself and your family. I truly think you are about to start a new journey in your life, and you are going to accomplish exactly what you want. And I think you should name your book what you just said.
Honest giver.
Ooh, I got chills
That's
up
dope.
my
God.
spine.
My
Because I
favorite
see
thing,
it.
my favorite thing that you said, which I suffer from it too, is not forgiving yourself for your past and thinking that you need to always, if you're always starting from that place, it's like you have like this giant rock boulder on top of you. But what if you could forgive yourself, take that away, and then always stop like on top of a rock and just like start from there, and how much more abundant we can see instead of regret. Like it's like pushing forward with feeling like so empowered and strong to have that be where we start from.
Love that. Love that. Any final words from Spirit? Like
I think the most important message that his whole family has for him is, number one, they truly are proud of you. You accomplished something that most of your friends that are gone. And do you have a cousin that's gone?
Yeah.
Okay, because was your cousin in drugs too?
No.
There's some kind of there's a gentleman who's passed that feels like family, but he was also into drugs, and he's saying he literally came. He's not as tall as you though, and he indicates that he failed to find his way, and he's so proud that you found your way.
wasn't there another friend besides Jamie?
Oh, yeah. His name was Bobby Hayward.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Bobby Hayward?
Yeah.
Oh.
he's in the room.
It's not letting me go.
I promise you, one day you're going to remember me, and you're going to hold your head so high because you're going to stand truly feeling fulfilled and proud of yourself, because you're going to help a lot of people. I think that's, you did not die because you have a mission. And your mission is to give back. And you're going to help a lot of people.
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming
Well,
and
thank
being
you.
open and bold. Just this alone, you're going to help so many people. So thank you. And thank you,
for having
Shinka.
me.
Thank you,
Thank
Joe.
you for having
Thank
me.
you, Spirit.
Thank
Thank
you.
Love
you.
you. Thank you, MJ.
Love you.
Love you guys. We'll see you next time
Take care.
on Heal to Feel.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to this week's episode of Heal to Feel. You can write in and ask your questions on our show's IG page at H2F Pod, and we'll address your questions on next week's episode. If this episode helped you, we would love for you to share it with your friends and family. Share the fun with all those that can benefit from a good laugh or cry with us. Please rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we would greatly appreciate you.